to go to questions in 2 minutes. I know we got a stack of them. I just want to hit on there are four categories that teams can put their approaches forward. First is direct air capture. Pull it out of the air. Any comment on that?
Sure. Well, I mean, you can certainly pull out. There's lots of ways to get carbon out of the air.
Yeah.
You can adsorb it many different ways.
Yeah. Category 2 is ocean, sort of algae, kelp, plankton. A lot of CO2 in the oceans. People don't realize that. Category 3, land. Trees. I mean, Mark Benioff has been backing a trillion trees project. I mean, that
where are they going to be planted?
We'll find out.
Okay.
By the way, when people say that Earth is being overpopulated,
this is not true.
It's like, look out the window, and I know you and I have had this conversation that you're more worried about underpopulation.
Oh yeah. Earth is going to face a massive population collapse over the next 20, 30 years. Massive.
Yeah.
And this is definitely will civilization. The question of like, is civilization going to die with a bang or a whimper? This would definitely be dying with a whimper.
Yeah, we need.
The birth rate is very low.
Yeah, it's been dropping, right? It used to be 5-6 children per family. Globally, it's like 2.4. Below, in the U.S., it's below replacement levels.
I mean, in most of Europe, Russia, Japan, Korea, Singapore, it's well below replacement.
But I would still say. When we spoke last about this, you're still a sort of abundance optimist that the world is getting better on many levels.
Yeah, I think the world is generally getting better. I have some concerns about advanced AI, like that's a risk. If I say like existential risks, I'd say super advanced AI is one. And probably the second biggest risk after that is population collapse.
Not asteroid impact.
No. The population collapse. The thing about demographics and birth rates, you know what's going to happen in 20 years because you know the birth rate last year. Yeah. It takes like 20 years for a person to grow up.
Yeah.
So we know what the adult population is going to be 20 years from now because we know what kids were born last year. I think we have a serious issue with population collapse. That's far bigger than people realize. And just the social networks and everything. The social support networks were not really set up for a high ratio of retirees to workers. So then.
Well, thank God we got robots coming in.
Yeah, the robots, exactly. We'll need those robots, but you don't want to have the youth effectively enslaved to take care of the elderly. Which is what would kind of happen if you have an upside down demographic pyramid.